Have you ever wondered what games you should keep or you should lose? Find out here at Purge Reviews.
Hotel Samoa is a game I'd really like to like. And I did like it for many years, but as the time progresses and more games have been released, it kind of fell down for me. Where this was like a 7, it's probably a 5 or a 6 now on the BGG scale. And here's a few things that are playing against it. I'm going to get into the good of it. The playing against it is the artwork is a little bland. This is one of those games I'd really like to see redone and maybe updated, not only with updated components and art, but have it streamlined, or not really streamlined, but it's more modern mechanisms put into it. I think the rest of the game works very, very well. But the artwork kind of holds it back a little bit in component quality, which is good for the time. It doesn't really hold up till today standards, really. So I also think that what it does is, the main thing it's going to do is you're going to play a card, and if you higher cards, you get to build first, but you're going to get to tourist last. You're going to get to fill it up last. So you're going to have this push and this pull by, do you want to go first and get the best buildings, or do you want to go last and kind of fill it up more and have more selection and more control over who's going to come to your hotel? Because you really need both. But what's going to be more important to you this round, and what's going to set up for the future, I think that works really well. So the big playing of the game is it's a little dry. The artwork doesn't really pull you in. The hotel rooms are a little bit boring to look at. And then this weird thing where people are coming and going based on nationality. So all of Sweden calls their hotel guests back to the country at the same time. It's really weird that they use countries. It's fine. It works. I understand what they're trying to go for. It might pull you out of the theme a little bit. This was a game I liked a lot in the past. Like I said, it's one of those games that you probably can find very cheaply when Z-Man was just releasing hundreds and hundreds of games at a time and seeing what sticks on the wall. This one's okay. If somebody recommended it to you, I would tell you to please try this one out, but it's a bargain game. And I think that's where we're going to find this one at. But please, somebody pick this game up and redo it, because this is one I'd really like to see again. Here is Hotel Samoa from Z-Man Games. This is a little bit of an older game here that you're going to see. You can see Samoa, the hotels, from the wing of the airplane, which is a really cool cover if you ask me. It really brings it alive. We have a rule book, which we'll take a look at in a few minutes. You're going to have these little boards. Really, they're different colors. The hotels look a little bit different in them, as you can see. Each of the rooms are exactly the same. Just some bland artwork that you're going to get on here. It's okay. The construction of it's very good, though. You're going to have these that will come out. These will be the little round markers that you'll have in the game. Very nice cardboard. And then you're going to any number of these just little chits that you'll be using. These are the money chits, and no paper in this one. These little chits that will come out, I mean, they're okay. You know, nowadays this would not hold water very much. You're going to have these little tokens here that you'll use for the multipliers, etc., the different people that are coming, the rooms that you're building. Very nice. Cardboard is very good. You're going to get these Hobbit-sized cards, these little small ones that will come. These were very popular in a time period, still are because of their size. And these will just be what you usually bid. They're fine. Everybody's going to get their own set of cards. The backs are just money on them, which is fine. And these are going to be the price cards that you'll use. They fit in your hand pretty well, and you can look at them very good at a glance. And good quality. They've held up very well over the years. You're going to have a couple more of these cards that will be in here. Same size, undersized that you'll be using to put out things each round. Very good. Now, you're not going to get a custom insert. This is just going to be something that would be played down here. And you just kind of do what I did. You bag everything up, and you throw it inside. It's fine for what you get. So here's the rulebook you're going to get. And this is the old Z-Man type ones. You got a little bit about the game here. A picture of the components, pretty good. Doesn't tell you what everything is, but I think you can figure it out pretty easily. You're going to have setup down here, which is just words. No picture of setup, and then playing the game. Here's the overview, and it kind of goes in detail. And this is going to flip open, give you a little bit of a picture down here about what's going on. There are some examples in here that are italicized. Very easy to see, and a little bit of a picture of how things work there. On the back, you're going to have the game ends, and then what all the multipliers are, how the different people work, the tourists, and the buildings down here. There's only 7 total, 4 different tourist abilities and 3 different room tiles. And you have some special tiles that will come out. Things to remember in game hints. Very good rule book. Took me about 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes to get through it. I didn't have any problems at all when playing. The game is very, very simple. First thing you do is everybody's going to take one of these boards that will be their color, and then you will take $25 in cash. That's your starting fund. Then you're going to take these. You'll see a little number. Here are 1s. Here are 2s. And then finally, you're going to have the 3s. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the 3s and you're going to shuffle them up, make a pile. You'll then take the 2s, shuffle them up, put them on top of that, and you'll take the 1s and shuffle them up. And basically what that does is it takes the different countries. You're going to have 4 different countries, and they're going to be shuffled up in 1s. You're going to have countries, the same country shuffled up in 2 and 3. That just kind of distributes them through the game. And then you'll take each of these and you'll lay out 12 of these. Now, I'm not going to have room here on camera, but this will tell you how the nationalities will come out, and you'll be able to plan for the future as you're going through the game. So you're going to have 12 of those that will be out and ready for the game, and you'll have that set up, etc. Once again, there'll be 12. I just don't have enough room here to have everything set up. Then you're going to take a 2x tile. You're going to put on the 6th tile and on the 12th tile. On the last one, that you'll know that those are a doubler. Then you're going to take the little buildings. You'll shuffle these up, and you'll make a pile of them that you'll utilize during the game. Then you'll take the tourist cards. You'll shuffle this deck up, and you'll put it by size, so that will be utilized during the game. So I'm just going to take you through a round of the game. They're going to play 12 rounds, which will be each one of these nations. You'll go through each card. It's a round, this is a round, this is a round, this is a round, etc. At the end of the round, at the end of the 12 rounds, whoever has the most points is going to be the winner of the game. The first thing you're doing on a turn is based on the number of players. You will turn over a number of these build tiles. So let's say in a 4-player game in rounds 1 through 3, you bring out 2 tiles, rounds 4 through 6, 1, and 7 through 9, 1 tile. So you're going to bring out 2 building tiles that you have here. These will be face up and knowledgeable for everyone at the table. So let's say we're into round 2. We've already done round 1. I flipped it over just to signify that we're in this round. Anybody of this nationality would then go home. So you're going to have these little circle tokens that you'll be putting out to signify the people of that nationality. So if you have any of these people out, then they would just go home, and they would no longer score for you, etc. And their rooms would be emptied up. So whatever nationality is next, those people would go home. Then what you would do is you take the top card from the tourist deck, and based on the number of players, so if you're playing 4 players, you put 6 of these out. We know we're on this one, so you would take 6 of these little tiles, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from your pile, and you would put this down knowing that you have 6 of these tourists showing up to the locations. You can flip them over because they may have little things on them that will signify what they are, etc. So you know that there's 6 tourists coming out this round because of the random draw. Now we have the 2 building tiles also. At the beginning of the game, everybody was given these cards based on the resort, and everybody has the same amount of cards. So what you're going to do on your turn is you're going to choose one of these cards from your hand to play, and you will play it face down. Then everybody will reveal it at the same time. So what you're going to do is first is building, and I'm going to show you these 2 companies to kind of give you. So Coconut Park Hotel paid $16. And Water Reef is 14. So what's going to happen is Coconut's going to go first, and they're going to choose a tile if they want to pay for it. They can take one of these tiles and put it on their location, or they can pass. It becomes Water Reef's turn because they went next, because 16 is higher than 14. 14 would go, and they could pick one of these if they wanted to. So, for example, this is a suite. You can put it over one of your rooms. It has a 2X on it, so this one will be worth twice as much. Something like this will just give you an extra room. So if you put this down, now you have an extra room that you can put somebody in. And there are different buildings that can do different things. You have a swimming pool that you can put out. It can be worth a number of points, and as you'll find later, it may attract certain tourists and give you a bonus for them. So that will be set aside also. Now, after all the building tiles are taken, or everybody has passed, then you will go to getting the tourist. Now, what's going to happen here is whoever has the lowest will go first. Remember, in the building phase, whoever the highest went first. Now it's going to be whoever has the lowest will go first. Now, in this case, you'll see here on the card, there was just one group of 6. But if we were playing 6 players, there would be 2 groups of 4. Do you see how that is? So in this case, we're playing a 4-player game, there's only 6. So I could take as many of this 6 as possible. Now, if we were playing a 6-player game, and there would have been 2 groups of 4, I could have only taken one of the groups, so that 2 players would get it. And basically, you can take as many from a group as you want, and you can place them in your hotel, just like that. If I didn't want all of them, then I wouldn't have to take them all. I could just take what I want. Now, there are 2 groups left for the next player to choose from in order. And each of these are going to give you a little bit of a bonus, or maybe a reason why you want to keep them. For example, the heart ones, these are lovers. You can have 2 people in a room instead of 1. The money one gives you a doubler. That's something that can be good. These guys right here like swimming pools. They're going to give you bonuses for swimming pools. If you look here, the swimming pool has a question mark on it. So you can put somebody here, and this one will give you 1 point, where this one would give you 3 points for having a swimming pool. The last one you might have is the celebrity, and they will give you points, a doubler for people next to them. So maybe you'd want to go here and double it so the celebrity could be next to them. Now, the max bonus you can ever have is double. So this guy's double, he's next to celebrity. I'm not going to get ×4. It's only ×2. Then everybody's going to get paid for the tourists that they have. If you did happen to play a card and you either got a building or a tourist or both, then you would discard this card. If not, you would get to keep this card. Otherwise, that's kind of how it works. And then you just play another round, and you play 12 rounds. Whoever has the most money is the winner of the game. Who should buy this game? Bargain shoppers, I think. I think you're going to like it. If you can find this game rather cheap, I think you might find a surprise that you have a fairly good euro here. If the cosmetics of a game, the aesthetic of it doesn't really bother you, or you like the pictures being a little bit bland, this would be for you. Because a lot of people don't care about that. They're like, hey, what kind of game do I get here? And this game does do something unique in that fact that you're going to play that card, you're going to build, but you're going to go last with the tourist. It's like that push-pull on which cards you're going to play, and that decision is very important in this game and what other people play. So you're actually playing against the other people in respect of what order you're going to go into. And I think that works really well for this game. So if you're looking for a Euro game, a little bit lighter, but still has interesting mechanisms, and the cosmetics or aesthetic of the game doesn't bother you as much, I think this will go up for you, and this will be for you. Bargain shoppers will really find a treat here. That I would recommend. For me, it's going to be a Purge. I just kind of outplayed this game. Doesn't hold up for me for what I want it to do, but I think this is going to fill the spot for a lot of people.